Good morning, Pulsicans and Heffekins. It's the DeFi Crypto Alliance Show, the loudest megaphone in Pulse Chain land. Welcome, guys. What's going on today? Happy Wednesday. Got the Pulse glasses going on with the Pulse Chain Pulse. Vibrating because today is an exciting day. At least I think it is. You know, we kind of are getting signs of the old RH coming back. And why would he be coming back? Because the red notice is probably going bye bye. So I'm sure there's some due process and paperwork to be done in the background. It's not going to happen overnight. But regardless, you know, he had I don't know, about a 12 or 14-hour long AMA with the community through Twitter. And he's still commenting up to today. You can go on there and ask him a question, and he will answer the question in almost lifetime. Now, the funny part is that it's not what some of the community members want to hear, which is fine because that is typical RH fashion, in my opinion. In fact, if you go back and watch his old streams when he'd sit there and ask or answer questions from the community, that was exactly the type of responses he would give when he was sitting on his throne back in the day in Finland. So there is no difference in the response. So if that is a fake RH behind the Twitter account or X account, some people suspect that it's an AI bot or it's no longer RH. Someone else controls that, that account. Well, they're doing a really good job of like getting his ego, getting his attitude, his responses picture perfect to the T of the way he used to answer questions back in the day. So, and he used to offend a lot of people back in the day. That's what he used to do. So he was very polarizing in one sense or another because either you liked him or hate him because he was very like just direct to the point, outspoken, and he's not afraid to tell you to fuck off, and he's not afraid to respond with a very offensive response. And so some of the community members aren't liking it. Well, that's how RH is. He's always been that way. And when he starts streaming, it ain't going to be no different. The old RH is back, in my opinion. And it's evidence more than ever from yesterday's AMA that not only is he back, but that he is no longer probably fearful of the red notice. Now he probably doesn't want to go and start streaming right away because you can still track where he's at, and there's probably some issues, with it still lingering. I don't think it's completely closed out, and I'm sure his attorneys are advising him what he can and cannot do, just like he did with the SEC. And so it's very interesting to see that he is back in the saddle, at least behind the keyboard, and answering in old RH fashion. So to me, it's very bullish. It means that he is not gone away and hiding. And the next step will be live streams. And that's when I will be super excited is when he starts live streaming and starts really, back in the command post, if you will, leading the community. And you already see a little bit of this already. Like he's answering a lot of questions and giving clarity around, narratives that have been floating around the community for so long. And this is one of the biggest problems we have in our community is that these narratives pop up and RH isn't around to say, hey, this narrative is shit. This one is good. This is what I think now. This is how we should move forward. Every community, every business needs a leader. And they need someone at the helm to drive the ship. It's just how it goes. And RH is that leader for our community. And so he wants to be back in the helm. You can see that. Otherwise, he went behind the keyboard yesterday for freaking 15 hours. It's ridiculous. I wouldn't sit there for 15 hours or 16 hours like he did all day long, answering everyone's questions and getting irritated with the stupid ones. Like it's insane. It's insane what he does. And so we'll see, man. We'll see what happens as we move through time here. And I believe by the holidays, and this is pure speculation, guys. I'm just a guy on the internet. Like I only speculate on my own money, my own mindset, my own spirituality, my own physical well-being, right? And I speculate by the holidays that the red notice will be cleared up. Pure speculation. I have no idea what the due process is or what kind of deal they struck in the background besides probably some money, because it's always about money. We did a whole show a couple of days ago on the money piece of the red notice, right? So I don't know, and but we're one step closer, and we've never seen RH step back in the saddle to this point. Although I mean, he beat the SEC. What was that, like? I don't know. I feel like it was like 8 months ago, 10 months ago. You guys can correct me in the chat, but it seems like a minute ago. And if the SEC was the problem, he would have struck up this type of AMA chat then. But we know now the SEC is not what the problem was. It was Interpol red notice. That it was it, 100%. There's no doubt in my head. I'm sure the lawyers advised him to not stream during the SEC case too, because I'm sure they didn't want RH to incriminate himself in any other verbiage of profits of or expectations or whatever the hell, right? Like, it's just, even though he's done a good job of, verbalizing there's no profits or expectations, there's still they could find stuff, right? But Interpol, that's a whole different case, right? Because they want to go out and arrest him. They just want to throw him in jail, and then they want to fine him $120 million. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. I wouldn't stream either. Shit. I wouldn't even be doing that 15-hour AMA Twitter space. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, he's back. He loves it. It's what he wants to do. Like, I can't stand maybe streaming more than 40 minutes 3 times a week. And I mean, I like it. I do like it. But like, I have a life. I got other things to do. I got my family. I got, my business. I got, we're like, right now we're in the process of moving from Puerto Rico to Arizona. And then, yeah, it's just, it's a lot going on in life. And he sat there for 15 hours answering all your questions, whether they're stupid or not. And there was some good questions in there too. There was some really good stuff. I got a lot of good laughs because it's the old RH, right? Cry fagger. What was it? Cry fag? Yeah, cry fag. Yeah, that's the new word of the day, or the word of the week, or word of the month, right? Cry fag. I didn't even know that was a word, but now it is. Yeah, don't be a cry fag, okay? So yeah, and none of you guys are cry fags here. Not in my audience. I attract positive mindset type people who are looking to make a difference in this world, people who actually care, and you guys aren't cry fags. Oh, that was great. That was great, right? That's a good example of old RH. If that's AI that's created that is some freaking stellar AI. Because, like, I'm telling you, man, that is old RH. I can picture him sitting in the throne back in the old streaming days, and that is exactly how those responses would have gone back and forth from the community back to him. And he would have offended a lot of people, and he would have answered a lot of smart questions. Like, that was exactly what was conducted yesterday. And it's exactly what he used to do when he streams. It's the exact same format. I mean, to the T. He used to stream 5, 6, 7 hours sometimes just doing that shit. Like on Christmas. Ridiculous, right? Like, oh my God. And so, like, the fact that he was doing that yesterday in the exact same format, offending people, of course, because that's what he does. He's never not done that. Hello, right? Like, some of these guys are like, oh my God. On Twitter, they're like, they just can't believe it, right? And no, that's who he is. Hello. Like, dude, I mean, come on. It's just who he is. He's very vocal. He's very, like, abrasive in his messaging. He'll tell you what his thoughts are. He doesn't sugarcoat it at all. And that's just how it goes, right? And if he wants to call you a cry fag, he's going to call you a cry fag. It's so effing good. Because none of you guys in my audience here are cry fags. So, like I said, 70, 80 guys watching on Twitter, give me a retweet if you like this shit. 30 of you guys over on YouTube, come on, smash the like, hit the subscribe. If you want to really help the algorithm, you come over from Twitter and smash the like, hit the subscribe. And we're always going to be here, whether it's bear, bull, talking about, like, how to make wealth creation in crypto and wealth preservation in real estate and other real world assets. And yeah, we'll be talking about more of that stuff as we're moving along the cycle here. And it'll be very interesting. And right now, you can go ahead and set up the DeFi Wealth Trust if you want to take profits. If you're American or you're under American jurisdiction, you can set up the DeFi Wealth Trust, take profits from crypto. and then go into real estate stocks or just go into other assets in crypto if you want. So like say, for example, in the top of the bull, you want to take some profits, put it in stable coins in yield farm where you could do that in the trust, and all those taxable events will no longer be taxable events. They're all deferred and you don't have to pay any taxes on that. It's a great deal, right? So book a call with Chris at DeFiWealthTrust.com. In fact, I might have him back on the show again and see if like we can answer some of the hard questions that some of you guys will have, because I can't answer those questions, man. I'm not licensed. Neither do I want to be ever licensed. I like exactly how my life is right now without the responsibility of such licenses. I had my real estate license for about, I don't know, about 7 years. And I didn't even like that responsibility because most of the time I was playing the investor role. And it sucked because like representing myself, I had to abide by all these stupid rules and they go through all these like due process and hoops. And like, I didn't like it, man. I'd just like rather be like the investor dude. And if I fuck up, oh well. When you're licensed, you're held to a higher standard. And it's the same like when you're licensed with tax and everything else, man. Fuck that shit. I'd just rather be the investor. That's it. And if you go mess up, hey, it's only your money you're messing up and you're not hurting nothing else. That's the key right there. So, yeah, just me personally. You know, you guys do what you want with you what you want. If you want to buy stocks and bonds, go ahead. If you want to push sell on your Pulse Chain assets, go ahead. You're perfectly free to do so. Just don't sit around here and play the misery loves company and cry fact. So good. Oh, why is it so good? Jeez Louise, man. Okay, well, let's check out what the secret chart is telling us today. Probably nothing crazy. Although it's trying to make a little bit of a correction, I think. Last time I looked at it. Oh, come on. Why is it not popping up? Let me see if I can get this thing to pop up. I should be able to. Come on. Here we go. Boom. Once again, if you're new here, which most of you guys are not, and if you are new here, come on, push the subscribe button. I will only do 2 to 4 videos a week. Promise not to like flood your inbox, and it'll be good. So here you go. You can see we're trying to form a bottom. This is Pulse measured against Ethereum on the weekly. And we made a new low, so we have to create new market structure, guys. This is just the rules of the game. It needs to come down, hopefully comes up like this, lower high, and then goes to the moon. I say this on the show almost every effing day, right? Like, but this is literally what we need. If we V bottom out of this, we don't want that, even though you guys might want to think, oh, but I can get, if we just V out of it, that's not good. Usually price is going to go back and retest the bottom and create proper market structure. So we want to see market structure form here. I think it can. RH is back. Maybe we'll see some insiders front run the Interpool stuff. I don't know. If you see price really starting to create great market structure and then run, then you probably know what the news is coming out later, right? The chart usually tells you the news before the news hits because of the insiders. And yes, hello, even Pulse Chain has insiders. If you don't believe me, I said this on my show the other day, go back and look at the SEC, look when the price chart got wrecked versus when the news was released. Price chart was wrecked way before and people were like freaking out what was going on. Nobody knew. And then the SEC news hit because there was insiders. It's just insiders in every asset class. It doesn't matter. So I'm just not one of those insiders, unfortunately. Maybe one of you guys are here in the chat. Who knows? And if you guys are, please feel free to DM me to buy more. Although my bags are packed, so I don't know how I can buy any more. Unless you DM me when I get a DCA opportunity when some money hits my bank account. Maybe that will be, and I'll know I'm buying before the news hits. That'd be a beautiful thing. But not too bad. We're maybe creating some market structure. We'll see. Pulse is at 4031, just kind of hanging out like always, man. We hanging out in that 403. I see a lot of people, cry fagging, talking about, oh, Pulse just keeps bleeding against ETH. Yeah, I agree with that. But against the dollar, it doesn't. against a dollar. We've been in 403 territory for fucking ever. And we're above the all-time low, which was like 4019. Like all the stuff here. Like take Pulse X, for example, was 5019 was the low. We haven't gone down and retouched those lows since then. That was like, man, I want to say like 10 months ago. Maybe more. I don't even know. Maybe it was longer. Right. And so, like, it's funny how people keep saying it's just bleeding, but not against the dollar. It's not. It's just hanging out, going sideways against the dollar. That's all it's doing. Now, you can measure it in ETH and measure it in Bitcoin, yes, because those assets have gone up this cycle. But then you look at other assets, nothing else has really gone up, minus Solana. Solana's also gone up. So, other than that, it's just interesting, right? It's very, very interesting. Quit cry fagging. It's just going sideways. Ink's up a 3x deal. I think Ink's bottom was like 48 cents. I don't even know. I have to go back and look at the charts. I don't want to go back and look at the charts, but I think it's like 40 something cents. Right. And so that was like over a year ago. It's not bleeding. It's the dollar. It's going up against the dollar. Quit cry fagging. I don't understand it. Hex too, man. Hex bottom. I bought the bottom. That's how I know. Was 2035. It's up a double or a 1x, right? We're up a 1x on Hex since its bottom like 8 months ago, whenever the hell it was. Quit cry fagging. Right? None of this shit is just going down and down and down. We haven't made new lows in like a year on some of this stuff. What is people talking about? Yes. Could I have done better if I was in ETH? Yeah, sure. Right? Or Bitcoin. It's been mainly a Bitcoin only cycle for the most part, right? But your altcoins, no, quit cry fagging. EHEX, decimal 0022 got a little bit of a hit there. Richard, he didn't. I don't say that he fudded it yesterday, but he said a comment. He says, "Well, when you buy PHEX, it pumps Pulse. When you buy EHEX, it pumps ETH. So he prefers to pump Pulse." That's all he said. So he got some jitters from that comment. And I don't think that was not like a FUD comment like he did. Oh, the market is chosen. Oh my God, that was horrible. He didn't do that. So in my opinion, still holding up. I think EHEX still got a great shot of being the star of the show. Who knows? I got a bag. It's not my biggest bag, and it's fine. I'm fine with it. I like the bag I have. I have a seat at the table. That's all that matters. So once again, not too shabby. Let's see if this secret chart can form some market structure down here. This is what we need. Let's take the candles or the line. Yeah, see a couple. Here's a little doji candle, and then like these real this usually means a reversal. These real small candles usually mean reversals coming in, and it looks like, man, this could be the start of a perfect W. I mean, it could come, and it's gonna be a really slow W, which is what we want to see. I mean, that'd be beautiful. And this would be like, coming in the holidays, right? Coming in the holidays, we're starting to make, a breakout, and moontime, right? Moontime, beginning of the year, or maybe moontime right before the beginning of the year. Who knows? This is all estimates. So we will see, but not too shabby. I like what I'm seeing. The new low sucks. We have to make new market structure. That's what that means. A V bottom is not a beautiful thing. I know some of you guys want a V bottom. It's just not how this works. If you get a V bottom, it's going to go back and retest that V bottom. See this shit all the time on freaking meme coins. So we need good market structure down there. All right, let's check in with you guys, see how you guys are doing today. Let's see if there's any cry fagging. I don't think there's any cry fagging in my show. Usually isn't. Yeah, come on. What's going on? Belgium hats again. Hit the likes. Smash them hard for me. Come on, guys. Help the algorithm out. You guys did a great job, by the way, on my Interpol show. I got 1.2 K views on that, man. That was great. Thank you so much. So whatever you guys did, showing up, pushing the like button, commenting in the chat, and helping the algorithm was awesome. And it boosted it, man. It really did. So guys, keep it up for me. Let's just boost this shit to the stratosphere. King J, what up? What up? Fellas, let's go, man. Thanks for showing up, brother. Appreciate it. As always, real billionaire boys. Let's effing go. RH spooked the entire community. He always does, though. This is nothing new. Like, I don't understand. Like, people are complaining and they're bitching. Like, this is the old RH. Hello. This is what he always did. Hello. Yeah, it's funny. But seriously, I don't think we are going to get the result we need without massive community sentiment shift, difficult times without compromise. Yeah, I mean, we need one thing to help the shift is I think we need them back live streaming. I think it'd help tremendously. I really do. So the pump is inevitable. That's true, but when that's another story, right? We need fucking altcoin season, man. We don't even get that shit. Although RH says he don't give a shit about altcoin season. He cares about all our season. That's what he said yesterday. I don't care about altcoin season. I care about our season. So I don't know what that means. You can read whatever you want out of that. Who knows? Be interesting to see. There she is. One of the best ladies in Hetzico. Tam Tam, what is going on? How are you doing? If you guys ain't following Tam Tam, I would highly recommend it. She's putting the good work out there, and she has a space every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Tune in, go say hi. Thanks, Tam Tam, for everything you do, as always. And Cindy Lou, another fine lady in Hexaco. Hello, let's effing go. That's right, man. I am ready. This is the first sign of the rocket engine starting to fire off. Tell you guys, Interpool's going bye-bye. I don't know how long. I know, like, I don't know what deal they're making behind the curtain, right? But probably includes $25 million and something. Who knows? Who knows? Let's go. 900 per round gorilla loading, man. That gorilla's been sleeping for quite a long time. We got to wake his ass up, man. The gorilla's been hibernating. He's fucking turning into a bear. That's what happened. He turned into a damn bear. Got to wake his ass up and turn him into a bull. What up, Red Squirrel? Long time no see, bro. How you been? Hope everything's good. Crypto Ethos, I'm all in. I support as much as I can, but damn, he straight up seems schizo sometimes. He's always been that way. It's always been that way, man. And so I'd rather see that the old RH back than some like alter ego, you know? Because then it would make me think, is there really someone else behind the keyboard there? Like the way he was talking yesterday gave me a surety that it's him behind the keyboard, that he is still there. He's still putting the work in and still trying. And so we'll see, right? But it's the old RH, man. And we need to get that old RH on shows like Joe Rogan, right? Some of these really big podcasts, put him back on Fit and Fitness, or what is it called? Fit and something. The one that's out of Florida that Dollar Cost goes on. We need to see him back on there. And yeah, it'd be good. It'd be really good to see him just kind of get back on the circuit again and make his ways around and stir up a lot of controversy. Because that's what he does. That is his, like, that's what people are attracted to from him, is the controversy that he stirs up. So it's either you love him or hate him. There's no in between usually, right? What up, Sergey? How you doing, man? RH is back, and that's the point. I don't worry for the rest. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It was very evident that he was back yesterday. And I like it, man. I like it. It's giving me some assurity that he is the one behind the keyboard. What you know, there's some, you know, like, you know, you see the FUD about like it's not RH anymore, hasn't been RH for a long time. And it's like, man, are they right? But yeah, it's yesterday, I think, squashed all that. No cry fags in the casino. That's right. No cry fag here. I know that Sergey and Cindy Lou ain't cry fagging. That's for damn sure. You should also look into Spigot Nimkrut Trust. Also, I'll look into it, man, just to educate myself. But I'm all in with the DeFi Wealth Trust because of the flexibility that it gives me. I can take that, put money in, I can pull money out. I don't have, there's no rules or limitations. All my money's fully tax deferred. It's great. Like and that's really why I'm comfortable leaving Puerto Rico after next year. I still have like technically one more year here. So like after I leave, I get to come back for 2 months next year. And then all of 26, I'm under the jurisdiction of Puerto Rico. But 27, I'll be using the trust. That trust is sick. I get to hold my own keys. That's massive. See if the Spigot Nimcrut, if you can hold your own keys and do DeFi inside the trust. It's probably a no. Where in this thing, you can. It's freaking sick. Got to go to work. Have a great day. Pulse Trading the Moon. Let's do it. Make some of that DCA money, Cindy Lou. Let's go. You're here for the tech. I'm here for the gains. And the misery loves company KOLs are here for the cry fagging. How about them apples, Bast Abdul? Mr. Crypto Jizzy, what's going on? Richard is consistent. Yes, I agree. It's old RH, man. Like, this is it. Everyone's been cry fagging for him to come back. He comes back, and then they cry fag that he's offending everybody. You can't make this shit up. It's great. Oh, our season can happen whenever we get our act together. There's some truth behind this. Absolutely. She4. Good morning, Corey. Thanks for being uplifting during the long wait. It has been quite the long wait, She4. That is for damn sure. I've been in Puerto Rico for 3 years. Next year will be my 4th year, which is insane. Of course, I've been waiting out the bull run the entire time here. Now, the good news is that we've been doing business. We've been making money through the business, and that's been nice because we also get a tax break on the money we make in the business too, which is really cool. And so, yeah, man, it's been long. God bless. But, keep yourself occupied, right? Touch grass is the key. That's a key to my success, right? I focus on my health the last year that more than I've ever had in my entire life. It's great. I'm in the best health of my life. It's been amazing. I've gotten closer to God. I've got, my beautiful family that I've been able to just connect with on a very deep level. And yeah, man, it's just, you gotta touch grass, do other things in your life that matter and that are important. And then the crypto thing, it becomes, second priority or an afterthought. It's not so hard when it's not the full focus of your attention and you're completely 100% all in, where if another month goes by, you got to freaking sell your portfolio because you can't pay the mortgage. You don't want to be in that position, right? And so you don't want to be completely overextended, and you don't want to be completely only focusing on that, and that will keep your sanity. That's the key. Oh, Brizmo7. You got the Brizology logo. Is this Brizology? I don't know. I think RH is more frustrated that ETH isn't 10K yet. Yeah, of course. He even said this time is different because of institutional money, which, yeah, we've seen proof of that. Mag Dumper. What's going on, bro? How we doing? Proof of torque. Exactly. Dude, the old RH is back. I'm telling you. I saw a post from Alice Becker yesterday saying he was super frustrated with the crypto markets. Everyone is frustrated with crypto. Only Bitcoin is one. That's absolutely 100% correct. In fact, I saw a post that he said he's $15 million down. Maybe it's 10 million, but it's a lot of money that he's down. And he's like, I'm just going to hold. I'm holding, right? I still believe. And so it goes to show we're not the only community, man, that's been cry fagging. There's other communities you can cry fag in if you want. There's a lot of cry fagging going around in all of crypto besides Bitcoin and maybe some ETH. ETH is finally starting to pick up a little bit, but even ETH has sucked ass for majority of the cycle. So a lot of cry fagging going around. What's up? Hey, Hexalot, how are you doing? I'm here for the sell pressure. Man, that sounds like cry fagging. Actually, it's not. If you're here for the sell pressure, it means you probably want a DCA. You probably want to get some more bags. And that's a good mindset to be in. If you're looking to accumulate your bags, sell pressure is a good thing, right? It's the distribution of coins from bigger whales or sharks into smaller hands, but more long-time holder hands, like the dolphins and the squids. And that is good for the market as a whole. And the ecosystem as a whole. Facts. We actually want BTC to dump. We want BTC swap directly for BTC to start altcoin season. Yep, that is absolutely right. You want the Bitcoin dominance to break down. That would be good. Amen. Grateful for options and opportunities. No shit. Yeah, thank God for that. 4 ETH. Yep. It's me, Brizology. Not sure why YouTube is showing my channel name instead of my vanity name. It's weird, right? Brismo7. I've never seen that before, bro. You sure you're Briz? Maybe you're like, you know, you have like a brother like RH has a brother, and your brother's trying to like come and steal your glory. Who are you, Brismo7? Don't trick me, man. I'm gonna start cry fagging. Oh, the myth, the man, the legend. What's going on, Crypto 7, guys? If you aren't sub to Crypto 7 show, go sub, man. He's always bringing the alpha. I had some awesome alpha yesterday. Thank you so much, man, for everything you do for the community. Perks of crypto 100%. Yep. Richard says he prefers PHEX. He prefers PHEX changes nothing. If we ever take off, a lot of people will come through the EX store and it's going to be even easier to pump. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people will come to the EX store. And I don't, in my opinion, it wasn't like he fudded EX yesterday. It was just like, oh, I like PHEX because it pumps pulse. Okay, that makes sense. And he says, when you buy EX, it pumps ETH. It's like, all right. It wasn't like the last tweet, man. That last tweet, like, the market is chosen. And like he kept following up with the FUD last time, and it really wrecked the price. This time it was just like, I think maybe his worldview might be shifting a little bit. I could be totally wrong. Maybe I'm like coping. I mean, my EHEX bag is still my smallest bag of all my cores, so I can't be coping too hard, but still. I mean, I'd like to see EHEX do some great things. That's all. That is all. YouTube is doing that now with the usernames. What the fuck? Why? That's weird. All right. So it will be showing my ads when I comment, and all right, not a big deal, I guess. Whatever. YouTube. All right, guys. Well, 240 of you guys watching. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. If you're on YouTube, help the algorithms. We'll keep bringing the good word of wealth creation with crypto, wealth preservation with real estate, all while not paying taxes. DeFiWealthTrust.com. Come on. Who wants to pay 3-letter agencies anyways? Smash the likes, hit the subscribe. And don't cry fag, man. And go ask Richard some questions. Keep him working, right? Keep him busy. Get him pissed off. It's funny. I'm getting a lot of kicks out of it. It's another good way to touch grass, right? Is go and laugh at his comments at the stupid questions. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. So we'll see. We'll see. His worldview seems to have changed for Hex. Seems like he doesn't want/need staking. Well, I think he was making that comment geared towards Pulse X in the staking narrative around that. Or I know he had mentioned that they were testing staking when it was on testnet. So I don't know if it was more so for Hex. I think it was more so for Pulse X, but I could be wrong too, man. So either way, I mean, I think the narrative will come back real strong when Hex starts pumping hard again, because then it makes a lot of sense to stake. Like people will like, oh my God, I can get more coins. When Hex is like 50 cents each, like staking gets really, really sexy then. Really sexy. When Hex is like not even a penny, well, staking, you got to have a lot of T shares, a lot of Hex to make it attractive. So, but if you're looking into the future and you think Hex is going to be doing well in the future, well, then you can buy a lot more T shares now than you probably will 3, 4, 5 months from now. So it's all to each their own. I mean, as most of you guys know, I don't do a lot of long-term staking. I have some long-term stakes with my HSI stakes. That for me is enough exposure there. And the rest of my bag is liquid. So I don't buy into the staking ladder narrative or like, hey, bro, stake on your birthday and stake on Christmas. It's fucking stupid. You should stake around market cycles. If you are going to stake around market cycles. It's the smartest move. If you have a stake coming on the bear market, all you're going to do is restake or sell at the bottom. That's dumb. Well, if you restake, you've just lost all your T shares. Dun, 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 dun. Stake with market cycles in consideration. Don't stake around stupid ladders. My opinion. Either way. Maybe like how Apple holds off on new features because they sell more phones next year with a new feature. Maybe ours just hold on the feature of bringing them out in cycle 2. Yeah, maybe, man. With PulseX staking, It doesn't need it, in my opinion. PulseX has like a, with the buy and burn, it's always your tokens are always going up kind of in value in a way because the supply is always going down. So the price chart might not always reflect it. But then again, if you look at the price chart, man, it is slowly up and to the right. Yeah, that's right. Go look at the PulseX price chart. It is slowly just going up and to the right. Very slowly. It's a nice big giant cone, right? Like, or whatever you pennant. And it's just slowly going up to the right with lower highs. Maybe that is from the supply shrinking. I don't know. Hard to say. 30% APY put off Bitcoiners. Hex is a better Bitcoin narrative, is better at 2% APY. Wasn't it 2% APY if you stake short term? I think it's more like 10 to 15% if you stake long term. That's right now. Could be wrong, those numbers. And that's adjustable again. Remember, I think that inflation will come back when the bear market comes. He can incentivize people to stake and buy and lock up the coins by increasing the inflation again. So you're acting like the Fed, in my opinion. Bang, bang, pulse game. That's right. 10% APRs feel like the right amount. It's not too low, but it's not too high, especially right now. So now you've gotten those sharks and whales who were doing monthly rolling. They're not able to dump as much anymore. I'll dump some, but not as much. Single-sided staking will be just another hole in the bullet. Well, it depends on what token it's handing it out, right? The single-sided staking, from my understanding, wouldn't be giving out PulseX. It'd be giving out other third-party projects that are in the liquidity farms for PulseX. So it wouldn't sink the boat if it's different coin you are receiving. It would sink whatever coin you're receiving boat. So I don't think it was ever going to pay out PulseX. Yeah, I agree. Hey, thanks, David. You guys, if you could do that, it'd be awesome. You guys did an amazing job on Monday, man. We freaking killed the views. Was absolutely sick. PulseX single side staking should pay out in ink. Yeah, but man, they already cut the farms down so much. So would you say cut the farms down from this point another 50%? Man, I guess that's one way of doing it for sure. But I still think you have like the ink is the DAO token to vote for which farms for what shit coins you want listed up on PulseX. And then you could pay certain shit coins through the PulseX staking contract for marketing purposes. Kind of like, and that's what 9inch was doing. They had that with the BBC token and all that. It's sort of something like that. And I think that would be the a good structure. Yeah, if it pays some ink to maybe put aside a small little ink pool, it could be all right. I'd go on that. I would go on that. Jeez. Yeah. I would make both the farms and SS. Yeah, okay, there you go. Pay out 10% a year in ink. I mean, I'm just holding my PulseX. It's just sitting in my freaking bag, right? It doesn't do anything. I'd have it there. I'm not providing liquidity with it no more because, I'm not going to take the impermanent loss risk for the low amount of ink that I get. Plus, I don't get any fees. So I just hold it liquid. But if I had a single side staking that paid me ink, I'd put it in there for 10%. Hell yeah, I'd do it. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro, man. If you really are Brizology Brismo 7. Bullshit. All right, guys, I'm hopping off. I'm going to go have a lunch. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I will see you probably Friday-ish. We'll see. Peace.